Guys, it finally happened. So, at 2 in the morning I got the notification. It's finally here. It's version 2024.44.25.2. So here's how to install it. Now normally the pop-up is just going to be right here, so you can just click on the Install Now button, but let's say it's not there. Click on that little icon right there. Scroll down to where it says Software, and then Software Update. I'm so excited. Install now. It's going to do a countdown. You get 2 minutes to get out of the vehicle. Now, from all the research that I've done, once you click on that button, you get 2 minutes to get out of the vehicle. The install software update starts to go through. In that meantime, the 45 minutes, you're not going to be able to drive the vehicle. So make sure you don't have to go anywhere before you do that. You can always cancel it if you figure out like, oh man, shoot, I actually have an appointment to go to. Cancel it. Because once the update starts, I don't know, I heard you can't drive. I'm not going to test it today because I'm tired, but it's finally here. I'm so happy. Okay, so it's going to be downloading for the next 45 minutes. I'll be back once that's done to test out the new software.
Okay, so this video is going to be a little different. It started off by me just taking a few notes and writing down a few things I wanted to talk about this newest software update. And then I was like, hold on, let me just make sure it flows together and makes sense. One thing led to another. I made a script and I was like, you know what? I might as well just record everything, shoot some B-roll. This whole thing turned into like a huge project. So if you like the work I put into it, I know it's a little bit of a different video. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, comment, you know, all the YouTube things. Do all the YouTube things. But without further ado, here is version 2024.44.25.2. So this is a game changer. You can now pair your Apple Watch as a key to unlock and lock your Tesla without ever pressing a single button anywhere, just like on the phone key. Plus, you can check your vehicle's battery status and even pop the frunk and the trunk all from your wrist. Now, I'm stoked about this. Like, I'm happy it's here. I have to admit, it's a little bittersweet for me. If you guys seen my previous video, I spent $200 on the Tessie app earlier this year just to get the functionality on my Apple Watch because Tesla didn't offer it at the time. And now, it's free for everyone. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm happy it's here, I'm happy it's free, but it's frustrating that it took Tesla so long when third-party apps have already been doing it for such a long time. Either way, it's great that it's finally here. I'm happy. You have no idea how many times I've gotten to the door, try to unlock it, and realize that I can't because my phone is in my butt pocket, and I either have to just touch the door with my butt or having to take my phone out of my pocket, wait a few seconds, and then open the door. I know it's not like this huge thing, but minor inconveniences that are no longer going to be there is always a win for me. Next up, we finally have the mobile app Dashcam viewer. This is something that I've been waiting for forever, and it's about time. You can now watch and save Dashcam and Sentry Mode clips directly on your phone. Let me say that again. You can now finally view and save Dashcam footage directly on your phone. I know, crazy that you can actually do that now. All jokes aside, like it's cool that they finally have it. Just make sure that the view camera via mobile app setting is enabled on your Tesla's touchscreen, and then the clips are encrypted end to end, so not even Tesla can access them. It's just completely private between you and your car. You can keep your little secrets. It's a really convenient upgrade, and I'm really happy that it's there now, because now if anybody goes near my vehicle or if I notice anything suspicious, it's already, like, I can already save it on my phone. And that's just one of those things where I'm surprised it took so long, but I'm happy it's here now. Tesla also added a few other big features, such as setting arrival energy. You can now choose your desired battery percentage for when you arrive at your destination. The trip planner will automatically adjust your route and charging stops to make sure you hit that target. It does have a slider letting you adjust all the way from 5% to 90% realistically. Like, I don't know why you would want to set your battery arrival so high, but, you know, if you're feeling risky, set it to 5-10%, and it'll adjust your trip so you have to make less stops, or just so that you can get to your destination faster, and then just worry about charging once you get to your destination. They also added search along route, which, you know, I'm not saying anything here, but Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, they already had that feature available. I'm glad Tesla's finally catching up. This update is super practical. While navigating, you can search for stops like coffee shops or gas stations or parking along your route, and Tesla will show you options with estimated detour times. Along with that, it'll even show you the weather at the destination, so your Tesla will now show you weather updates for your destination, alerting you to any major changes that may affect your driving. And this is a really cool one, the rear cross traffic alert. So when you're reversing, the camera feed will now highlight pedestrians and vehicles crossing behind your car in red. So as you're backing up out of your driveway or a busy parking lot, if there are cars or people coming around, you will see a highlighted red bar on either side of the camera alerting you that there is something or someone there. So, you know, don't hit them. Now, this next one, if you love audio content, there are updates to both TuneIn and SiriusXM. TuneIn now has a redesigned interface with personalized stations and improved podcast support. Super great and awesome. Can't wait till they bring that to Apple Music. Just saying, it's not there. It still sucks, but SiriusXM also gets a refresh, giving you seamless access to all your favorite channels, whether it's music, sports, and all that other stuff. I don't use either of them. I use Apple Music and YouTube Music. I have a previous video complaining about how Apple Music works on the Tesla, so feel free to check that out at some point. Minor frustrations. I low-key was kind of hoping that they would have an update for it this time around. They didn't, but Tesla, if you're listening, please fix that. Now here's a few little fun updates that they added too. There's a light show update. I've never really done the light show thing, but now you can play synchronized light shows with new tracks like the Cyber Symphony thing. You can even schedule shows up to 10 minutes in advance or sync with friends for a Tesla disco. I don't have friends, and even if I did, they probably wouldn't drive Teslas. So not for me, but you know, if you and all your Tesla owning buddies want to get together and have a light show, now you can. And you can schedule it 10 minutes in advance, whatever that means to you. But next up, this one's kind of cool, the theater and video update. So you can now pause and play videos using the media card and even play video audio through the browser while driving. Now, this does not mean you can watch videos while driving. You still cannot do that. But what it does do is if you have your browser pulled up and you decide to go and drive, or like you're waiting for a charger, you're listening to a podcast, or you're watching a podcast, and your car's fully charged, you want to get going, instead of having to pause that, you can now unplug, switch it into drive, and the audio will keep playing while the video pauses. That way you don't get distracted while watching videos while driving, but you can still listen to the podcast, wait for it to finish, and then go back to listening to music. So that feature, super nice, perfect for listening to YouTube and other content while on the road and not having to pause it until your drive is over. So when looking at the menu, you'll also notice that there's a new button called Seats. In this setting, you're able to adjust the passenger seat remotely without you having to go around the side or trying to awkwardly reach over or having to walk around the vehicle to get to that side panel on the seat. It doesn't give you a lot of mobility. You can only press it either forward or backward, and it'll lean the seat forward while scooting it forward, or lean the seat back while moving back, all in one motion. So I guess it's for like if you're traveling with someone, or me, for instance. My wife is very short, very small, and the majority of my friends are very tall and big. So when I give them rides, the first thing they say is, why is this seat always so far forward? The other update to the menu is the maintenance summary, and what that does is it keeps track of when common maintenance tasks were last performed and when they're due next. Great for staying on top of your car's health. I know, you know, there's not really a lot you have to do on the car, but because of that, you might forget every once in a while that you need to like check your tire pressure, make sure your windshield fluid is up is leveled up and stuff like that. So it'll give you notifications on there. You can look at when the last time it happened was and when it's due next. And finally, we have the small but handy updates. Tap the nearby parking on the map to find parking quickly. So here's a little something about me. I like to go to Renaissance fairs. I like to go to cosplay conventions, anime conventions, like these big events. I live for them. And the biggest struggle has always been, where do I park while I'm there? So this cool new feature allows you to set your destination, and then when you click on that destination, it'll give you parking near it, so you know exactly where to go. Like your car will take you to the parking spot so that you know where you're going instead of getting there and then driving around to find like where you're supposed to park. Really convenient, really cool. Can't wait to use it on my next convention to see how easy it is to use. We also have dynamic rerouting that now avoids road closures detected by Tesla's fleet. So that's pretty cool. Now this setting, when reversing, your music volume will automatically lower to help you focus. I never realized that the Tesla didn't actually do that. My old car did, my truck does. Kind of weird that I didn't notice until now that it doesn't do it, but you'll see some footage of me here in just a sec going into reverse so you can hear what that sounds like. I'll try it at different volume levels, and I mean, it's cool, but I thought it'd be a little bit more dramatic, if that makes sense. Either way, again, happy it's there, finally. Okay, so I got music playing right now. It's a little bit of a high volume. I'm gonna go into reverse to see what it sounds like when I go into reverse. Wow. Very quiet. Back into drive. Okay, it's pretty loud. Now I'm gonna try to turn up the volume even more and see how much it goes down when I go into reverse. Reverse again. And then drive. There's that little red bar. I'm pretty sure that's everything that I wanted to cover. Man, this is one of the coolest things about owning a vehicle like this, is that you get over-the-air updates. So every once in a while, there's just an update that drops that just, like, it blows my mind how just like when you get a revamped, like, iOS or Android OS system, it's like almost having a new phone. It's almost like having a new car. There's different settings and different features that all of a sudden are there, and it makes the driving experience really cool. It makes me excited to get into the vehicle and try these things out, which is something that I've never ever done. Like, I've always seen a car as something that just takes me to and from work. And now it's a little bit more than that, which is cool. That's one of the reasons why I really like Tesla. Let me know in the comments which feature you're most excited about. For me, it's kind of a toss-up between the Apple Watch features and the parking lot detector thing. If you enjoyed the breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, hit the notification bell, like, again, all the YouTube things. This is a longer video than what I normally do. I put in a lot of effort into this, and if you liked it, if it was worth it, let me know by doing all the things. I'm gonna leave it right there, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Later.